What's up, everybody? Welcome to Among the Fence. My name is Aaron. It is time for New Music Friday. Going to be taking a look at some of the new stuff coming out throughout the week of August 30th. And as always, if I missed something that you guys are looking forward to, leave a comment below, letting all of us know what it is. And also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. And if you feel like somebody else out there needs to discover some new music, please feel free to share this video. And of course, if you want to support me further than that, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell icon. Do any of those things helps out so much with YouTube's algorithm. Even just liking it is such a simple thing, but it goes so far. And with all that said, let's talk about some new music. Oceano is releasing their new album titled Living Chaos. I'm excited to review this album, but I really struggle with this band. Nothing they do seems to really hook me. I'm hoping that this will be different. Their vocalist is absolutely insane. I've seen him do a couple covers on TikTok and YouTube, and he just sounds so freaking good. So to me, I feel like it's mostly the music, lack of riffs, not lack of riffs per se, but riffs that I personally enjoy to draw me in. And I don't know, I'm just really hoping that the music on this one will change that for me, because I really want to like this band. I try really hard. I've listened to a couple of their albums, or I've at least, like I said, tried to, and every time I start listening to one of their albums, like 5 songs into it, I'm just really uninterested. So I'm really hoping that this will change that for me. We also get a new album from Throne titled Excessive Guilt. This is one of the best nu metal bands around right now. I plan on reviewing this as well. I used to absolutely love nu metal and be really big into it. And even though I'm not, I still appreciate it quite a bit. I find that newer bands within the nu metal genre tend to just be better than the old school boys. They somehow just bring this new quality to it that I feel like nu metal just sounds really dated in general. But the newer bands, they do new stuff with it, and it just sounds so freaking good. The vocals sound good. All of it, which is, they do everything right, which is kind of rare to say. A lot of times we like the bands that have been around for 20 years or even 15 years, but this is their debut album, and this band is already really big, so they're definitely doing something right. We get a new single from Shadow Intent titled Fly the Black Flag. Finally, some new music from the best deathcore band around. That is not anything that's up for debate. But it's been too long since we've gotten new music from this band. They released Migrant, like, I don't know, over a year ago, and it was a fantastic single. And then they just, and that was it. A year and a half of just absolutely nothing. I am so stoked for this new single. Hopefully we get a new album soonish. Elegy was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It wasn't really anything to compare to Melancholy, though, which I feel like is one of the best deathcore, one of the most perfect albums out there. And I know this band could do it again. So I'm hoping that this will be a new album and they're absolutely going to kill it. We also get a new single from Fit for an Autopsy titled Savior of None, Ashes of All. This is, I just gotta say, it's a great week for death metal. Another one of my favorite bands. The last single was different, but it was so freaking good still. It had clean vocals in it. I know a lot of people don't really like that much, but they're just doing something different. And I feel like this band, they're really good at implementing just different things into their music and just doing it so well to where it fits in without it sounding unnatural and cheesy. Like, it doesn't sound like the direction the song is going to go, which happens a lot of times when you try to do something new. And this band, they just know how to do it. And I feel like this song is going to be no different from that. Within Destruction's releasing another single titled Demon Child. I gotta admit, I'm not really that into the direction that this band is going in. They're using a lot more synth. Their music is a little bit more overproduced. It's a little bit more pop influence and a little bit more mainstream sounding. I do like the Japanese influences that they're bringing in. I'm a huge fan of Japanese culture and anime and their music and all that stuff. So that's working, but at the same time, it just isn't really it. Every single thing they release just makes me miss the Death Wish days when they were doing Breeze and they were heavy as balls, and they just kind of started not really going soft, but they just changed their sound to be something that sounds like everything else, if that makes sense. When they were a little bit more unique back then, it felt like they were kind of just going with whatever they felt like doing, whereas opposed to now, they're like, we need to get a little bit more popular, we need to make a little bit more money in order to do this thing, which I totally get. But at the same time, it just, they're kind of losing their soul in the process. We also get a new single from Cane Hill titled Permanence in Sleep. This band has absolutely been killing it lately. I'm not really a huge fan of them in general, but I gotta admit, they're doing a lot of things right. With that said, they've also been changing their sound a lot, and I feel like they haven't been quite as chaotic, quite as heavy and raw as they normally are. At least, I can't remember the name of the album. Their 2018 album, I think it was, where it has the mosquito on it. That thing was just chaos, and they've kind of grown out of that, it sounds like. So I feel like a lot of fans might not be as receiving when it comes to their new stuff, but I'm still absolutely all about it. We also get a new single from Better Lovers titled Future Myopia. This is another band that's absolutely killing it, but it's to be expected. You can't really imagine this band dropping anything that is just, it's bad music. I mean, everything they do is great. Their last EP was perfect, but I've kind of been digging their new stuff a little bit more. It's a little bit more accessible. It's like the band is just developing their chemistry with each other a little bit more. I know, like, the musicians have all been doing this thing together for a while, but the vocalist and Will Putney, I think that they're kind of starting to just groove with each other a little bit more, and it's showing in their music for sure. The vocals are just, the nuances are starting to fit the music a little bit better. I feel like, I don't know, it's just, they're growing into each other more, and you could definitely feel it. We also get a new single from Blueshift titled Souleater. If you are lacking more era-esque bands within your life, look no further. This is one of the best technical, angry, screamy, sorry, vocally kind of bands around. They also come from the same area as Era, I believe somewhere in Alabama. I don't remember exactly where. Maybe Atlanta, I don't know, or Georgia, I mean. And yeah, I mean, this band, they absolutely do everything right when it comes to that Era sound, and I just love them. I can't remember the name of their last album, but it was great. Everything they do is great. Yeah, they always come through and just sounding so good. They don't really sound like sellout kind of stuff where another band sounds like another band sometimes. They definitely sound like they're doing their own thing. They just implement it in a way that reminds you of Era, but it just sounds like something completely different. So yeah, if you're into that style of metalcore, I know these guys aren't that big, so definitely check them out if you haven't heard of them before. And that is it for New Music Friday. Like I said before, if I missed anything that you guys are looking forward to, leave a comment below letting me know what it is. And also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. If you know somebody out there who is listening to boring old music and needs to discover some new stuff, feel free to share this video. And also, if you want to support me, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell icon. I just thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to listen to me talk about music. I know a lot of you guys look forward to this every single week, as do I, because you always get excited about new stuff. And I just thank you guys for continually coming back and viewing and commenting and interacting and getting just as excited about new music as I do. And I just thank you guys for taking time out of your day to listen to me talk about music. And I hope you have a good rest of your day or night whenever you happen to be watching this. And I will talk to you guys next time.